Have you ever scrolled through your feed and noticed someone who's just not there? No selfies, no vacation photos, no life updates. In a world where everyone seems to be shouting for attention, these people are practically silent online. You might think they're shy, or maybe just boring. But what if their silence is actually a sign of something much deeper? Psychology suggests that people who rarely post photos online aren't hiding, they are operating on a whole different level of confidence and self-awareness. Let's decode the minds of those who stay off the grid. First up, they choose privacy over popularity. Psychologists call this having a high privacy orientation. This doesn't mean they're antisocial. It means they value control over their personal narrative. They're gatekeepers of their own mental space. While many of us are chasing likes and comments for a quick dopamine hit, these individuals are powered by self-validation. They don't need to broadcast their achievements to feel proud of them. Their happiness isn't dependent on an algorithm or the approval of strangers. That quiet restraint? It's a powerful sign of inner security. They know their worth without needing an audience to confirm it. Next, people who share less online often have incredibly strong self-awareness. Research into self-concept clarity shows a fascinating link. When you have a clear understanding of who you are, your values, your goals, your passions, you don't need external validation to feel whole. You are not easily swayed by trends or the endless pressure to keep up with what everyone else is doing. Your sense of self is stable and rooted in reality, not in the shifting sands of social media. Their happiness is an inside job built on a foundation of knowing who they are, not on the number of followers they have. This leads directly to emotional security and genuine confidence. People who don't feel the need to constantly post selfies or life updates often have what psychologists call emotionally secure self-esteem. They aren't using their online profile to prove they're happy, successful, or attractive. Why? Because they already feel complete. This inner confidence makes them less anxious, less needy for approval, and more focused on what truly matters, their real-world goals and relationships. They're too busy living their life to spend all their time documenting it. Their validation comes from their actions and achievements, not from the perfect photo. Furthermore, these individuals are often deep thinkers, not online performers. They're introspective. They think before they speak, or in this case, before they post. This comes from having an internal locus of evaluation. It's a fancy term, but it simply means they judge themselves by their own standards, not by society's. They value authenticity over attention. They would rather have one meaningful conversation in real life than 100 superficial comments online. They're not interested in curating a perfect online persona. They're focused on being a genuine person offline. Finally, many of them instinctively understand the digital illusion. They're keenly aware of a concept called social comparison theory. This theory explains how we constantly measure our own lives against the carefully curated highlight reels of others. It's a game you can't win, and it's a huge source of anxiety and unhappiness. By choosing to stay low-key, they're consciously protecting their mental health. They're opting out of the endless comparison cycle and choosing inner peace over online performance. They see social media for what it is, a show, and they've decided they'd rather be in the audience than on the stage. So, the next time you notice someone with a quiet online presence, don't jump to conclusions. Don't assume they're lonely or have nothing going on. Chances are, they might just be more grounded, emotionally intelligent, and self-aware than most people you see online. They don't need to be seen by the world to feel seen. And in today's noisy world, that quiet confidence is the real superpower. If you love exploring the hidden psychology behind everyday behaviors, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Here, we don't just scroll through life, we decode minds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.